Okay, third and final video for January 1st, 2021. My goal for 2021 is to upload 3 videos a day. I'm kidding. That is not my goal. I just had so much I wanted to say today. And I'm going to make this very quick because I want to eat this. Check that out. It's still hot. You see it's steaming. 4 ounces of chicken, 14 ounces of Brussels sprouts and squash, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. Okay, so here is my final video for the day. Just a thought that I had. I wouldn't even really call it a deep thought, but maybe just a way of thinking about things. Or I love healthy perspectives, and I love sort of like analogies or visuals to help us sort of make sense of what we're dealing with or what's going on, or how to handle these bodies we're in. So the title of the video, I am a Labrador, and you might be too. You might be too. Let me explain what that means. So I have 4 dogs. Let me show you 2 of them right here. You all hear me talk about my standard poodle puppies. There's one, and there's the other one. They are so sweet, 11 and 12 weeks old. And we also have a border collie, and we have a little brown dog that is, she was a rescue. Her and her sister, who we don't have anymore, she got run over. They were freezing to death in a barn somewhere around here, and the lady at the post office asked me if we wanted them, and we did. So they were the last 2 out of their litter to survive. Anyways, we have 4 dogs. So when we got these 2 poodles, they're indoor a lot, and they need puppy food. And the border collie and the little brown dog are outdoors, and they need dog food. And it was stressing me because the outdoor dogs come in sometimes, and the indoor dogs go out for sure, quite a bit. And we're on a farm, and it's just crazy town some days with mud and manure coming and going, and just in and out of this house, and boots and kids, and the dogs coming and going. So the puppies would go outside and eat the dog food. The dogs would come in here and try to eat the puppies' food. And I'm trying to put I was trying to put the puppies on a feeding schedule where I fed them twice a day, a cup and a half at a time, and I had 2 little bowls. Yeah, right. They just always ate out of the same bowl. Anyways, long story short, I was telling my husband, I was like, something's got to give, because this is like so stressful and it's just not working. And he reminded me that none of these 4 dogs are going to overeat. That it's not in their nature. It's not typical with these breeds. And they're so active outdoors. Anyways, I don't need to worry about them eating too much. And I don't need to worry about them eating not enough, especially if I just have food out available, they're going to eat it. I don't need to like condition them to scarf it up like in a big frenzy twice a day. Anyways, so what a relief. I thought, okay, the outdoor dogs, I promise I'm getting somewhere with this. The outdoor dogs, they'll just have food all the time. The indoor dogs will have food all the time, and they can snack on each other's and just work it all out, because none of these 3 different breeds are known for overeating. We've had so many dogs, especially on a farm, dogs come and go. And in the past, we've had dogs that did overeat. Something in their brain, whether it's the pleasure center in their brain or a hormonal issue or the nature of their breed. I was reading up on this earlier, preparing for this video. You know, a lot of breeds are bred for hunting, which is a lot of like sniffing. And so they're just highly, they're just big into smells, including food smells. So anyways, my point is, we have had 2 dogs that I can think of that ate themselves right into obesity. Obviously, that's the fault of us. But naively, we didn't realize that some dogs would do that and some dogs won't. So when I look at human beings, I think Oh my gosh, we're kind of like that. We're kind of like a variety of dog breeds where some of us do and some of us don't. And you know what I'm talking about. So I am one of four and I have 5 kids. And it is really apparent and obvious which of my siblings would be like Labradors, which do have a tendency to overeat. I looked up the top 10 breeds like beagles, and there's just a handful of dog breeds that have this tendency to overeat. The pleasure centers in their brains or whatever is going on, they don't stop. So the key there would be portion control, which thank you, Bright Line Eating. Thank you, Susan Pierce Thompson. This right here is 18 ounces of food and 1 tablespoon. 18 ounces and 1 tablespoon of food. Weighed and measured, which I need because my brain is like the brain of a Labrador. So just observing this in dog breeds made me think, wow, some people are more like labs and some are more like these poodles or the border collie that just will likely never be a pound overweight. You all might tell me different. If somebody, look, I'm like, it's, whoo-wee. It's hot in here. You see that little fire going? And my phone feels like it weighs 20 pounds. Let me know if you know something I don't about poodles, but I just cannot hardly micromanaging them. It's just not, it's not working very well. So anyways, here's my point. Some of us are like labs. And I think that that is okay. That's just something about us. It's about us, the way we're wired. One of my kids in particular, I remember I was telling a lady at church once that, you know, he's got a big appetite. And she said, yeah, but Emily, he's got a big appetite for life. We cannot separate all of the many gifts and talents and quirks and idiosyncrasies. What is that word? Idiosyncrasies. Oh my gosh. Idiosyncrasies. I just looked it up. Oh. Genes, on and on. We can't separate out all these things. So it's the sum total that makes us exactly who and how we are. A friend of mine told me years ago, she's getting ready to get married, and I was congratulating her, and she said, I just wish I could get him without the military. And I said, there's no such thing. It was stressing her about the idea of becoming a military wife. And I said, but there's no such thing as him without the military. In fact, it's what draws you to him. It's all those things about discipline and hard work and sacrifice and all of those things that, what's that face for, Charlie? Yeah, this is video number 3 for today. Charlie just gave me a look, my 14-year-old. Didn't you already do a video? We can't separate these things out. So like I've said before, I've made peace with having bipolar disorder. I've made peace with this birthmark on my forehead. I've made peace with all sorts of things that I'm not sure I would have chosen for myself. But I also, it is not, if you can kind of look around and say, oh my gosh, like you've got some sibling that can eat whatever they want, or they just don't even care about food. They just kind of nibble on it. Their brain clearly does not work like yours. That is not necessarily something that I envy in other people, because like I've said so many times, we are all dealing with something. And if it's not this, it's something else. And I will gladly and gratefully take all the cards that were dealt to me. So let's see here. So I'm happy to be a lab. It is part of me. I cannot separate it out from the other things. And being that I'm a lab and being that I'm highly susceptible to addiction, which I can see a couple of my kids are also very seem very Labrador-ish. They might be highly susceptible as well to developing addiction, like absolutely true neural pathways in their brain laid for addiction, to get their brain legitimately addicted. But I did that. I, in fact, unintentionally caused myself to become addicted, which led me right here. Getting the honor and the privilege and the joy of connecting with you. So maybe you're a lab, maybe you're not, but it is sincerely my pleasure traveling alongside you. So I just thought, if we thought in terms of dog breeds, and we can kind of look around humanity and say, some of us are like labs, and some of us that are like labs. Sorry, labs, I'm really giving labs a hard time here. And you might have a lab that is not like that, but that was just one of the breeds that stood out to me, and it's been our experience with labs. But again, this is all something to accept about ourselves, and just move forward managing it. And again, I just thought this might be a fun way to sort of think of what we're dealing with, and compare it with dog breeds. All us humans, we're all dealing with something, but clearly some people are not dealing with the food issues that others of us are. So that's it. Y'all have a great night. Happy New Year. I will talk to you later. Bye.